Let's go, Brandon! Yeah, woo! I, last night, was streaming, drinking a little bit too much, and I'm going to do it again tonight. And on my suggested feed, of course, is the magnificent, the wonderful, and stupendous Squirmy and Grubs, everybody. Squirmy and Grubs, yes. Such an interesting couple. And their latest video was something about Hannah's body. Of course, the thumbnail, same thumbnail as this one. Hey, people like what they like. They like looking at nice, beautiful bodies, and that's what Hannah has. She has a very nice, beautiful face and a nice, beautiful body. To anybody in my previous Squirmy and Grubs video, because they are my favorite YouTubers to talk about. I don't know what it is, because they are boring, but the lie that they perpetually create on YouTube is just so fascinating to me that I just can't stop talking about them. I gotta make at least one Squirmy and Grubs video every 2 weeks. And in the video, of course, they're talking about Hannah's struggles. Her absolute struggles of being beautiful at a young age. I wanted to cry myself. The water, you ever get verklempt, you start, crying because, maybe one of your family members died, or, somebody stole your car, and you got to take the bus for the next 3 months. But that feels like. And it was very, very emotional how Hannah had to deal with being beautiful in junior high, in high school. Okay. It was very, very overwhelming emotionally for me. It must be very difficult in your life to be so beautiful, Hannah. I mean, it must be so difficult. I kind of know what it feels like. I go through it every day myself. Listen, there's people out there with their own problems, right? Not nearly as bad as yours, okay? There's people out there that are homeless. There's women like yourself who are in emotionally and physically abusive relationships. By the way, if any ladies are in any emotional or physically abusive relationships, give me a call. I mean, you can hang out in a trailer for about an hour. After that, you gotta go. There's people that have debilitating diseases. There's people that are dying of these diseases. There's people that were born with disabilities, like your fake husband, Jane. There's many, many people out there with many different ailments. Okay, there's people that live in countries, in godforsaken pieces of rock countries, that have the worst jobs. There's people that their job is to collect animal feces to use it for a fire, to light a fire, to cook dinner. There's tens of millions of children in this world of ours that are not gonna eat dinner tonight. But who cares? Who cares that that guy in Singapore is gonna get whipped with a ratatan cane for stealing? What about all those Uyghur people, whatever that weird name is, the Muslim people in China? They're getting slaughtered left and right for their organs. Somebody is gonna get executed in Thailand for selling heroin, but who cares? Because the world ain't shit unless Hannah can come on YouTube and talk about how much of a struggle it was to be beautiful. You should thank your parents for you being so beautiful, because if it wasn't for your ravishingly good looks, you and your fake husband would not have a YouTube channel. It's because of your gorgeousness that it allowed your fake husband to be allowed to have a platform to sell his fake story about you guys actually being a serious romantically involved couple. Because we all damn well know that if you were not beautiful, nobody would give two shits and a fly fuck about you or your fake phony marriage. Nobody would watch you guys. Take, for example, if you looked like this, nobody would watch your channel. Nobody would care. If you look like Goro from Mortal Kombat, or Baraka, or any of the other Mortal Kombat characters, nobody would care. Nobody would watch you. Nobody would care. Nobody would click. You wouldn't even have 20,000 subscribers. And that's even with the most clickbaity titles that you can possibly come up with. People only watch your channel, and you know it, I know it, we all know it. People only watch your channel to stare at this Beauty and the Beast story. Okay? That's the only reason why that's the only reason why I'm talking about you. That's the only reason why I talk about them, is because she is so gorgeous. And Shane is just, it is what it is. There's no point in me, like, I don't make fun of him. I mean, I don't think I've ever made fun of him. There's nothing to make fun of. I mean, if he can't help how he was born, so I'm not going to go in on him. But that doesn't mean because he's disabled that I can't go in on him, because all people are fair game to me. If you're going to come on YouTube with a fake story about how you met your wife and she fell in love with you because, damn it, she bypassed all of those normal able-bodied guys, right? And she just went thousands of miles away to meet this hopelessly disabled guy. And it's love happily ever after. It's just not happening. It's not true. And soon I will make a video in relation to all the comments that I receive, hate comments. I've just been lazy to kind of edit the video and, screen capture all the comments. But I love some of my favorite comments on my videos that I talk about Squirmy and Grubs is when people say that, Shane is handsome or he's a great catch. It's like, but you would never even date a guy in a wheelchair in your life. Nobody would. Unless they were in a wheelchair themselves, or you were already dating somebody, or you were already married and they got into a horrible accident. That's totally different. And like I said, the other able-bodied, whatever the fuck you call it, the couple, the Cole and Charisma, I'm even having second thoughts about them being a serious couple. I don't know. If Home Depot wasn't sponsoring their channel, I mean, would Hannah even bother with this guy? Hey, listen, I'll tell you, she's a genius, and she doesn't come across as one. Hannah doesn't come across as being intelligent, and neither does Shane. Shane's so funny. Shane's so intelligent. Shane's so he's a genius. I'm not saying Shane is stupid, but he's definitely not intelligent. But he's smart enough to have you fools believe that they're like a real thing. So he's smart enough to have pulled the wool over your eyes. The constant other YouTube channels, the making the documentary, they're trying to sell his story of, hey, I'm just a regular disabled guy, but I just don't know why these hot women want me. He has built himself up enough to get you bleeding heart weirdos to believe their story. Shane's so intelligent. Shane's so intelligent. Now, I am guilty. I have never watched more than 10 of their videos ever. I have never heard one intelligent thing that Shane has said. But, again, I'm not saying he's dumb. Not at all. I just don't get when people give him fake gratitudes. I mean, it was so funny during that video. I had, calm down, dude. No one wants to steal your fucking shitty truck. Well, actually, I think I would steal your truck. But I could just buy 5 of those because I'm a baller. Listen. they had said something in their last video that I wanted to react to. I'll probably have to save that for another video because I forgot what they said. It was something about how Shane says that when people say like, oh, you're such a inspiration or something along those lines, that it's really condescending and, you know, all this and that. Like, dude, you know, listen, Shane doesn't come across to me really as anything. Like, I don't really have a gauge of who he is as a person. I'm sure he's a nice person. I'm sure Hannah's I'm sure they're nice people, you know, but when you're trying to sell a story about, oh yeah, we're just a regular everyday couple. No, the problem is, you know, people that like their channel and they watch their channel all the time, they don't realize that they're not showing the aspects of how difficult that dude's life is. I mean, come on, let's just call it what it is. It's very, very difficult. He has a very, very difficult life. And he can't be left by himself. That's not glamorous. That's not fun. What woman would want to be hip to hip with somebody that they constantly got to be around all the time? You think that Hannah and Shane are constantly together? Now, I will say this, and I think people, when I've said before in previous videos that they don't have any chemistry, they don't. Not in the way I think of what chemistry between a man and a woman is. Now, are they friends? Oh, yes. Yeah, they're friends. They talk. They get along. Yeah, totally. I believe they are very good friends. They don't have a sexual relationship. I mean, that's basically what I meant when I said there's no chemistry. So, you know, hey, what are you gonna do? It's a weird relationship based on a fake story, and I got to start writing down the ideas that I have in terms of different videos that I like to do or want to talk about. But I'm going to talk about this guy later. There's a guy I seen who has multiple sclerosis, and he had made a SQUIRMY GRUBS video, and I guess people thought that he was going to bash them. It's like a younger guy, maybe he's like in his early 30s, he has a beard and he has multiple sclerosis and he's in a wheelchair, and he didn't bash him. He was like, oh, I liked him or something along those lines. It's like, well, where's that guy's girlfriend at? Hey, ladies, where, you know, I'll talk about it in another video. I got to get out of here. I got to go. I'll catch up with you guys later. Peace.